I feel like when your birthday is approaching, you start doing so much reflection on where you are in life. It's like your benchmark and checkpoint for how you're doing. I'm about to be entering into like my mid 30s and I have no kids and no husband. And I think when I thought about going into my mid 30s, like 5 years ago, I was thinking I'd be married with kids by now or, a multimillionaire, crazy successful. And I feel like when I think about the big, big, big goals, I'm like, wait, I like don't have like any of that. And it can be really discouraging and it can be really difficult and challenging. I think especially with this app and everyone obviously rightfully so posting their highlight reels and their exciting moments, which are moments that I think a lot of us crave and we don't have them yet. And I feel like not a lot of us talk about it, the ones that are in this space.
It's over for you thoughts. It's over. It ain't that time. It's over for y'all. The other thoughts made it bad for you.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the +1 app worldwide allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money.
Now, this is why they say all women are the same. Because here's the reality, right? When a woman is for the streets, she's going to act a certain way. When a woman is a gold digger, she's going to act a certain way. When a woman is wifey material, she's going to be rare. And you ain't going to find her in the open. She's going to be put up. That's somebody's wife. So she's home, put up somewhere, being somebody's wife. But when you got a woman who is always outside, who is always available, who is always around, 9 out of 10 times, she's who she is. Now, this chick right here, I did a reaction to her last year because she was messing with Carlos Boozer. Now, think about this, right? This is a woman who's in the mid-30s at this point, but now she's desperate, trying to find a spouse, trying to find somebody to save her. Again, this woman was dating Carlos Boozer last year. Now, if you're a woman who is looking for a husband and you got the potential to be considered by a man like Carlos Boozer, you would think a woman will be on her best behavior. A woman will play the role down to a T. But the thing is, when these types of women are past 30, you can't change a bird. There's no going back. In other words, if a woman give her prime yes to the streets, now she's 30 and she's trying to find a husband, she don't know how to act like a wife because she lacks the credentials of being a wife.
We have to give ourselves grace, and I think we have to remember that obviously like God's never going to put people in our life or put us in situations that aren't meant for us.
So this chick, when she got her opportunity, she blew it. Matter of fact, let me show y'all what happened. Let's get into that.
So we talked about down the road and the potential of us getting married and having kids. How do you feel about a prenup?
I mean, I have been exposed to so many women that are moms, that are married in relationships, that they're going through a divorce process and they have nothing.
Yeah.
Look at his face. He's like, damn. You just told me everything I need to know about you. Shorty said, I have seen women who have been in marriages and they ended up with nothing. So that means you're after me for something. So right there and then he's like, oh man, Shorty is who she is, man. Look at his face.
and they're starting literally from ground zero. One of my biggest fears is, you know, thinking you have everything and you're good and then just getting the rug pulled out from underneath you. So I never want to be in a position where that happens to me.
Yeah. Okay, so
Damn, son, these birds ain't got no shame. She's pretty much telling him is like, yo, I want to be in a situation with you and feel like I got it all. And I don't want to be in a situation where, let's say we do get a divorce and I have nothing. So I'm only after you for your money. This is nasty, bruh. She thinks this man is dumb?
so in my personal opinion, like you lived your entire life without me in it until a
Facts.
few weeks ago. Like coming into it, you should keep whatever you've built. And I should keep whatever I built. And then once we start together on a journey of marriage and down that path, then we put everything 50-50.
Yeah,
But I do think a prenup is necessary for the both of us.
Yeah.
Bro, look at her face. Look at her face, bro. She can't even hide it. She's so money hungry. It's sad. She can't even pretend. Look, it's showing.
We start together on a journey of marriage and down that path, then we put everything 50-50.
Yeah,
I do think
This is wild, fam.
a prenup is necessary for the both of us.
Yeah. I just hear so much regret and they wish they could have done something differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about divorce already feels so unnatural.
You effing bird. This shit is crazy, fam. And look, this woman looks like she's in her 40s, right? And that's my point, fam. That nature never leaves a woman. A bird will be 60 years old and still trying to get everything that she could get from a man. It's just in her nature, dog.
I don't want to talk about that. It makes me realize that we really have been living in a bubble, and in reality, we kind of really just met.
I just don't even, I don't know.
You don't want to talk about a prenup? Nah, this right here is crazy. This right here is crazy. I mean, everything the man said made perfect sense. You keep what you earned before me. I keep my mills that I earned from the NBA because you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Okay? You didn't help me earn these mills. So whatever we earn together, that's what we could split if we ever get a divorce, which makes perfect sense. But when a woman is after your money, this is how she sounds. All of a sudden, the conversation is stressing her out. Like, oh my God, I don't know. It's just, oh my God. And like I said, man, the thing about a woman like this, she can't even pretend. You see what I'm saying? Because a real woman who is really into you, she wouldn't care about a prenup. She don't care about your money. She care about you. But a bird like this thinks that she could come into a man's life and run away with his mills that he earned without her. That's the mindset of a bird, fam. They're gonna be forever chasing crumbs.
Now, if a woman was to respond like this to me, if I was Carlos Boozer, you all already know, man, I would have treated a bird like who she is. Have my fun and send her ass right back to the streets. This right here is nasty work, bro.
Apparently, that's what Carlos Boozer did. He had his fun and he moved around. Now this chick is on TikTok making story times. But the bottom line is this, man. This is the life of a bird. If you give a bird a husband, she wouldn't know what to do with it. That's the whole thing. It's like, yo, you can't trick life. You could fool a simp, you could fool a trick, but you can't fool life. Karma is real. What you put out is what's going to come back to you. When it comes to women, they think they can get away with everything, but y'all can't get away with life. Okay? When a woman is in her prime years, when she should find a husband, if she don't find a husband in her prime years and she give those years to the streets, as she get older, she's going to pay the price. And this is all this is. This is a woman in her mid-30s struggling to find a husband. Why? Because she's a gold digger. And she probably been getting away with being a gold digger when she was younger. But now she's in her mid-30s. She can't really get away with being a gold digger anymore. Why? Because if a dude got money, why would I go for you when I could go for the young women in their 20s who you once was back in the day? But karma done caught up to you. So now look at you out here desperate and still hoping for some sucker out there with some money to come save you. And that's the thing about a bird, fellas. They never change. They never change. She's going to be 50 saying the same thing. That's why I tell you all dudes all the time, bro. No matter how hard you try, you can't save a bird. Just last year, we are in 2026. Just last year, down there 8 months ago, this chick was with Carlos Boozer. Where's she at now? Back in the streets. That's why I tell you all dudes all the time, regardless of what, a bird always makes her way back to the streets. Look, fellas, be wise out here. And remember, the signs are always there. If you meet a chick, she's in the mid-30s with no kids, no husband, you got to sit back and think to yourself, like, damn. I mean, okay, I get it. Nobody saved you, okay? So you're not married. But nobody saw you as a potential mother? Nobody wanted to dump in you to have their kids? I don't know, bro. To me, like, women in their 30s with no kids, that shit to me is disturbing because, now I get it. For us men, is like we got to put ourselves in a position to provide and things like that. But the thing about a woman is this. Being a mother is like instincts. A woman will reach a certain point in her life where she want to be a mother regardless. It's just how life works. You know what I'm saying? But then when a woman lacks that, it just shows that she's not really a nurturer. See, y'all fellas got to pay attention to these things and be wise out here. Most gold diggers don't really love men. They can't stand men because they leech off men 24/7. So you can't ask a gold digger to be a wife. That's impossible. The only thing that she's going to do is ruin her husband's life and take all his money. Fellas, be wise out here.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.